All right, thanks for joining me today on my channel. This is Discovering My Dividends, and I'm doing an investment challenge to make $1 million in less than 7 years. Right now, I've got a spreadsheet with an estimate of doing it in 5 years, and that's based on 16% per month. Now, I hope you'll follow along and click subscribe and like. That would help me out. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. And then you can see if I'm able to hit my 16% per month. But I'll tell you right now, after 21 days, I'm at 22% gain over my previous month. And actually, I'm 40% ahead of where my estimates were. So my strategy is working out gangbusters. Now, I'm not an advisor, so don't take anything I say as advice. This is really kind of an experiment where I'm taking such a small amount, like $50 a month, and seeing if I can make $1 million. I enjoy trading, so it's actually a lot of fun for me to do this, and I enjoy making videos, so it's kind of a good combination. But it's not, I'm not an expert, so please do your own research if you're going to use any information off of here. Now, just also let you know that for me to reach my 16%, I want to be somewhere between $11 and $15. Now, the $11 is based on what my estimates were on my spreadsheet. Whereas every month I kind of charted out where I should be, and I'm actually ahead of that right now. So the $11 is based on the estimate, but the $15 is based on what my actual numbers are. So if I'm doing the 16% based on the dollar value that I started the month with, it's somewhere between $11 and $15. So the $15 is that higher amount because I'm actually at a higher dollar amount in my portfolio than what my estimate was. So if I can achieve anywhere between $11 and $15, I'm on track for staying ahead of my goal, right? So anything below $11 is going to get me less than what my estimate was, which means I'll be falling off track to reach my $1 million. Right now, I've set the timeline for 5 years, and the reason I set it for 5 years is because if everything isn't going perfectly, I still have 2 more years to reach that by the time I'm 62, which I think is a good number, good age to reach $1 million. Sure, why not? I'm not looking at having a huge pension or any huge amount of money anywhere else. So this is kind of the motivation behind doing this. I also like trading, and it's a lot of fun. So making videos, trading, and a little bit of motivation to have $1 million by the time I'm 62. Just kind of all blends together, which is why I'm making the video. Okay, so I'm going to give you a brief kind of understanding of what my strategy is. So I buy and sell dividend stocks only. I never sell for a loss. So I'm trying to buy dividend stocks I feel have like medium to long range profitability, right? So either they're going to not lose a ton of value, and they're going to fluctuate in a certain area. So at some point I feel they'll turn over, even if it's not within a day or two, within a 3 to 6 or maybe 12-month period, they're going to come back to a level where I'll get a sale. Sooner the better, of course. So I feel like whenever I buy them, they should be at a lower value rating than what they perhaps could be. And then there's certain stocks that I believe have growth potential. So when I buy them, they're down from their previous highs, but I feel like they have that potential to go higher. Most of them pay out dividends that are substantial, except for of course the growth ones. The growth ones, I feel like the dividend, when I look at them, has been increasing. So I feel like into the future, if I end up holding them a little bit longer, those dividends will of course follow suit if I end up holding them. If I don't, then they're obviously growing along with the ups and downs. So that's kind of the potential, is not hold them very long, but if I end up holding them, I have a dividend that's going to pay me out something, so I get some kind of return to keep my cash flow increasing, right? So at this point, it's not a ton of cash flow, it's only a few pennies here and there, but going forward, as I get a larger amount in my account, if I end up holding a stock, I'm still getting cash flow, and I can start that whole buy and sell process with the dividends I'm receiving and keep everything growing. Now, I have played with this strategy for a little while, and so I feel like I've had success with it, and it does have potential. There's merit to what I'm doing. With that being said, again, I'm not an advisor, but I feel comfortable using this strategy, and I feel comfortable buying stocks that I've done some research that I feel have future value, future growth potential. So that kind of all blends to why I chose to kind of go with this type of strategy. Now, the reason why I wouldn't just buy them and hold them is because if I buy and hold these stocks with the small amount of money that I'm putting in, like the $50 a month, that $50 a month will not get me to $1 million unless these stocks have like some crazy Bitcoin type of gain, right? But they're not, most likely not going to have that kind of gain. They'll have excellent gains, but not, that crazy kind of thing that you get 2,000% in 7 years. I may be wrong, but for the most part, we're going to say I'm right. So that is why I'm kind of doing an intraday trading, and instead of, like just buying hold. Now, why wouldn't I do day trading then? Well, I don't have the time for day trading. And if I'm going to put in the time to be a day trader, then I need more money. I'd also have to live off of it. So that's not really an option for me. And I started out with swing trading because I had a little less time. But again, swing trading, I'm not really as comfortable with it as I am with intraday trading. I'm okay with buying something, and then if I need to, I'll hold it longer. But to buy something and then be patient, I'm not as patient. So it's a little bit harder for me. So that's why I'll buy something. If it doesn't reach my sale price, I'm willing to hold it because I've done some research on the stock and feel like that stock is sufficient to hold, if that makes sense. And so all the stocks that I'm buying, the dividend stocks, the stocks that have value, I believe they're potential below their value or their potential growth stocks. I feel like in the future they're going to be worth more. And so I have like a 3-month period. If I don't get my initial sale, then once a stock hits like 20 to 30% increase, I'll turn around and sell it anyway if I feel like that stock's kind of peaked out, and then I'll take that cash back and start over with the buying and selling. Of course, always with dividend stocks and always with stocks that I feel have the potential to get the resale as quick as possible. Anyways, that's the strategy. That's what I'm going to be sharing with you repeatedly. And like I said, click subscribe and like, follow along. I'd really like to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of August. It's May 21st today. And yeah, we'll see you for the next video.